Hello and welcome to this channel about cryptocurrency education. Today is Saturday morning here, at least in the UK. It could be different wherever you are, but let's take a closer look at Cardano and Bitcoin today, because so many exciting things are happening and the Bitcoin price still is, the dominant factor in price developments, I believe, and Cardano price is sort of still related to the Bitcoin price, even though I think it is slowly decoupling itself, and it might even decouple itself even more as soon as smart contracts are running. Now, yesterday we've heard the news about Alonzo Purple is coming. Now, does this now change everything for Cardano? Will Cardano now break through the resistance levels, and will we see new all-time highs? I'm going to talk about that here on this channel in this video today, because we've been tracking the Cardano price for a while, but I also want to have a quick look at Bitcoin, because we've been tracking the Bitcoin price as well, and I believe the Bitcoin price is important for the Cardano price. So I think they always need to be looked at together ideally, and we are going to start with CoinMarketCap this morning here. As I said, it might be different where you are, but here it's in the morning, early in the morning in the UK, and I've woken up and seen everything is in green, which is nice. I went to bed and the Bitcoin price was something around 42,500, and it's apparently gone up even more, and it is currently, I think, going up even more, so really, really nice. But you're all here for Cardano, so Cardano is going up as well, which is nice to see. It's caught up a little bit in the last week, which is nice to see as well, here with 11.3% in the positive, and everything looks really nice. I mean, yes, of course, Ethereum with a successful London hard fork. We've seen great price increases in the last 7 days, and it probably will go up even further with the deflationary system in place now. And if we scroll down, everything is actually in the positive, especially, and I want to mention that because I talked about that on this channel before, and I hope you've done your own research based on my video. It's the Internet Computer. Internet Computer, 35% in the last 24 hours. Just crazy, but to be honest, it's moved sideways before that, but it's just crazy. It's just catching up. I said that this project has the potential to change the world for me. One of my favorite projects. I'm not too heavily invested, but I am invested, so I'm quite happy with that price increase. Also, another one I talked about was VeChain, of course, picking up as well with its significant use case, and the other one I talked about is Quant. Losing value a little bit, but after a 2x in the last 2 weeks, I think, but it's doubled in value very, very quickly, and more than 2x, I think, so it can correct a little bit. I think it has nearly completely decoupled itself from the Bitcoin price. But anyway, this video is not about Quant. This video is about Cardano and Bitcoin, and let's take a quick look at Bitcoin first, very quick look, and then the Cardano price. So what we can see here, I just move that down a little bit. What we can see here is that the Bitcoin price is picking up, of course. Something significant has happened, which is also a reason why I do this video. On the 1st of August, we've seen the 20-day moving average, which you can see here in the orange color, has crossed to the upside the 50-day moving average. And it is always considered a very good and bullish sign if a 20-day moving average crosses a 50-day moving average, or when a shorter term moving average crosses the longer term moving average. So this is considered a golden cross. That has happened. That that indicates a bullish momentum. What you can also see here is the red line, which is the 200-day moving average, which is more significant in the long run, and the Bitcoin price is still below that. I believe we need to get above that to see a sustainable price increase, and we are pretty much there now. So it will be very interesting to see if it will get rejected. Guys, it might get rejected once or twice, but I believe it will break through now, because we've seen that golden cross here now. That is my personal point of view. That golden cross, the last time that went the other way around, actually, as a death cross, that happened here in April, and after that we've just seen this horrible price decrease. And the last time we've actually seen the golden cross of the 20-day and the 50-day moving average actually happened somewhere here at around October 2020. And just take a look at what happened after that took place. So yeah, we came to new all-time highs we've seen a 6x of the price since then, to the all-time high. But what was different then, we were above the 200-day moving average. So we need to take a look at, is this going to happen this time as well? So I believe next steps that need to happen that you can watch out for as well is the Bitcoin price going above the 200-day moving average, which we are pretty close now. It's around $45,000 now. So if we get above that and sustain that, there isn't a lot that could Bitcoin stop, my personal view. Also, what needs to happen is that the 50-day and the 20 and the 50-day moving average then need to cross the 200-day moving average as well, which will happen if the price stays above that. Looking at the indicators, they're all looking pretty bullish. Momentum, the on-balance volume, the volume is picking up a little bit, which is good. I think we need to see a bit more volume, but hopefully that will come. This is the RSI, showing the positive and bullish trend as well, a little bit in overbought territory now. But also the MACD, very interesting to see that we can see positive and green momentum here as well. You know, whenever that happened before, we could see some nice price increases. So that all shows positive. But let's take a look at the ADA price as well, because it is a little bit different actually. It's a little bit different, but things are happening here as well. And let's take a look. We are already, and that is the beauty, we are already above the red line, which is the 200-day moving average. And I talked about that on this channel. The Cardano price was always supported at the 200-day moving average, which is nice, which was done here at the 22nd of June, prevented Cardano from dropping below $8. Now it actually dropped briefly here on the 20th of July below it, but then there was another green candle supporting it. And then since then, we've actually stayed above that and sustained that and actually moved and creeped upwards slowly as Cardano is working on their smart contracts. But, you know, everybody's saying slowly, but actually there's a lot happening in the background. So, you know, I love Cardano and it's my biggest holding. So what hasn't happened yet, and that will be very, very significant in the next few possibly hours or a couple of days, this probably a couple of days, this 20-day moving average is about to do the same as it did on Bitcoin. It's about to cross the 50-day moving average. Can you see that? So as I just explained on Bitcoin, we've seen that already. That I believe has fueled a price increase. Now that needs to happen here as well. There are two significant things here. The first one is that yellow line here, in my opinion, is an important resistance level. It's not always one level. It's a bit of a range. We're actually in that resistance range now. We're getting into it. So it's important. Do we get above that, 145 to 150 resistance level? That's a significant one. There, the price was rejected, and you can see that here a few times at that level before. So we need to see also back here. Yeah. So we need to see, is Cardano moving above that? Coupled with that, will the 20-day moving average here cross the 50-day moving average to the upside? That will indicate another positive momentum. But the good thing is we are already above the 200-day moving average, and all the short-term indicators are already above the 200-day moving average. Actually, from a chart point of view, it's all looking very good. We all only have these resistance levels from previous all-time highs where people may have bought and they just want to basically cover their losses and sell when we reach these levels, which is why sometimes the price gets rejected at these levels. But the really nice thing to see here is that the volume is picking up even more, and that is again the on-balance volume chart. So that's picking up even further. Again, similar to Bitcoin, the RSI is moving up as well, and significantly the MACD, which you can see down here, is actually, it was about to lose momentum here. So we can see those light gray candles here, but it's actually picked up, and we can see some dark green candles now again. And the last time that actually happened when we saw some lighter green candles and then some dark green candles coming through. So another actually second momentum, I would say, because it was about, here last time around the beginning of July, as it normally happens, it gains momentum and it loses momentum. Price goes up, price goes down, right? And then price went up again. It was about to lose momentum again, but it's picked up again. And the last time that happened was here in May, just before the all-time high. Difference this time is we don't see the volume yet. We need to see the volume, but I just want to say that this could be a longer term momentum, hopefully, and it doesn't seem to lose momentum yet. So it is, it's going up continuously. So next things I think we need to watch out for here on the Cardano, or with regards to the Cardano price, that is the sort of the 150 range, everything around between 145 and 150. We're just moving into that area now. Big resistance level here, but also we can see that resistance level and that 200-day moving average are going to form a triangle. So it might mean that in the next couple of weeks we might move between these, as we did before. I mean, we did here sort of trade in between, yeah. We've already broken above the 50-day moving average very recently, broken above the 20-day moving average very recently. It's all showing very positive. And I said before that I believe, in the second half of July, we would see that beginning of the last part of this major bull market. And it actually started on the 21st of July. Hopefully that will be sustainable. I believe it will be, even though we might see short-term corrections and nobody can predict them. But again, it could also mean we drop back to $1, if there are some really negative news. But at the moment, looking at all the news that are coming up, it's all looking so positive. I mean, here, in Uruguay, there is a center putting a proposal in, or an amendment for making Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in general not legal tender, but to allow businesses to accept them as payment. I think there were discussions and talks about making it legal tender, and that hasn't happened. But at least it would come within a regulatory framework, which is positive. This whole article reads very positively, and it just talks about embedding it into a regulatory framework, which seems to be missing in Uruguay at the moment. And to be honest, I think regulation is good if it's done the right way, because it gives confidence to people who might not have considered to buy before. But that is important. Also, we can see that Coinbase now is accepting payments with Apple Pay. Again, a significant improvement, for everybody who might just want to prefer to buy with Apple Pay. I mean, so many, millions of people every day are using Apple Pay, and Google Pay is apparently coming in autumn. They confirmed that as well. And Google Pay, I think even more people are using Google Pay than Apple Pay. So, and then of course we shouldn't forget yesterday that we are now in Alonzo Purple. So everything is looking positive. Not so many negative news coming up, but one important thing to look out for, and I talked about that in yesterday's video, is today's vote on the amendments on the regulatory framework, the infrastructure bill in the United States. I believe that vote is happening today, and that could be a significant one, because that vote eventually determines what is going to happen to proof of stake blockchains and their reporting requirements and the businesses behind them and everything. I don't understand too much about that because I'm not in the US. I haven't really followed this too much. But depending on the outcome, if the latest bill that was proposed or the latest amendment that was proposed is going through, that could drive crypto businesses out of the United States into other countries which are more crypto friendly. But a lot happening at the moment. So I don't know if that is actually a good sign, depending on what will be voted for. I believe it won't have a major impact on the price, and the reason for that is that the Bitcoin price is mainly driving everything at the moment, and the Bitcoin price, the amendment I believe that has been put through is very positive for proof of work blockchains, and Bitcoin of course is a proof of work blockchain, so that might be one reason why it's actually in the green here at the moment, because it looks pretty positive for proof of work, and the other altcoins are just following. All right, so hopefully you like that update, that video. Quite important moves happening at the moment. Let me know if you want to see these updates more frequently. I hope you liked it. If you did, please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.